Welcome back, world. We're about to get into some good things going on right now in the Else worlds, aka Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. We just had a Q&A with the devs on Discord, and if you want to check that out for yourself, all the text, it's a lot of text, by the way, like overwhelmingly a lot. But we're going to get into it. We're going to dive deep. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm excited. It's going to be a fun time. There's so much to get into. I mean, like tons and tons of good, fun stuff. We're going to start off with the season and some of that because you guys already know a lot of it, right? And I want to kind of stress it, give you guys just a rundown on it. We're going to read through most of this information that came out today. Okay, so the Battle Pass, of course, is cosmetics only, right? All the other content is free, and we'll talk about it in a minute. But they have a premium pass, and then they have the free track. And what does this mean? It means people who don't buy the pass can still get some of the rewards. There's 75 tiers to complete in the Season 1 Battle Pass. And they have outfits, emotes, banners, and premium currency plus more. You can use that currency to buy some cosmetics or buy the next battle pass. This is very cool. All right, so this is very cool because free trackers like, hey, I don't want to get the pass. Fine, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you got that in there. I didn't know that that was going to be in there because they haven't showcased the actual pass or the rewards yet, but I love the fact that that is definitely something. And the next part to that, which is probably the best part, is you know how these battle pass works. You don't have the time to do them. You're not going to get the rewards. Why pay for something you can't get the rewards for? In this game, you will get the rewards because you can always go back and earn the battle pass items anytime, basically. Okay, so that is very cool, awesome stuff if you ask me. All right, and then of course, you know, not just a battle pass, but the season has the playable character. It has new else worlds to explore, loads of gear, and loads of mission. And talking about missions, you know, each season is going to have 2 episodes. These episodes are big, all right? They have themed storyline and areas that are basically enemy focused. So you're going to go into the else world, have something cool in there. So for example, you're going to get 6 incursion missions, 6 stronghold missions, new killing time horde mode themed and encounters, 1 mayhem mission, which is a big boss fight, Superman or Green Lantern, that type of thing. And there's much more than that, but I just wanted to kind of stress those specifically. Of course, for each episode, you're going to get a lot of infamy sets, some notorious items. Those are big, and this is a big deal because you're blessed. You are blessed with all of that. And I think that's a fun feature, having all of it, being able to utilize it. Another cool thing that they added was the New Game Plus. Basically, kind of like a New Game Plus. It's basically a challenge, and they call it the Metropolis invasion levels. Okay, so this is a different difficulty that's going to give you better rewards, but you start off with the first 3 difficulties: easy, medium, or hard. And once you complete the story, you unlock 5 additional difficulties, and then you can get it to the max, basically. So you're going to be able to complete one of the invasion levels to unlock a higher level. And then you just keep going from there and there, and that actually gives you better rewards. You're going to get legendary and mastery versions items, you know, in those specific challenges. So that is a really great thing, in my opinion. Absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And super excited about some of that right there. And I want to kind of get into the clans. So the clans a big deal. There's a lot in the clans, right? So you do get rewards for being in a clan. There's a lot of cool things for the clan. First of all, competitively, you're going to be able to compete within your clan to try to be the #1 member. A lot of that cool stuff, right? You got the rival taunts, which is basically an emote that you're doing to your own teammates if you pass them up on a mission or anything like that, which is very, very cool. Absolutely love that. To me, that's a fun thing to keep the game a little more interesting. Then the clan has both daily and weekly challenges that they can do. To complete them, they're gonna get clan XP. You'll rank up the clan. It's a pretty amazing, simple thing, but you also unlock rewards, which is crazy right now. So on top of all the other stuff, regular game grinding, you can get clan rewards right away as well. So that to me is probably one of the best parts when it comes to the clan. I love it. And then of course you're gonna rank up, see where your leaderboards is gonna lead you to. There's a weekly clan care package as well. That's cool stuff. And now something that you guys probably should already know, I'm not sure if you watched my other videos, but I talked about my experience with the game, and I said that matchmaking is very smooth. I can basically just go into a match and then put friends only, and then a buddy of mine can pop in or out whenever he wants. There is a little bit of a pause where if I'm like in a situation, maybe fighting or something, or they won't bring them in right away. It'll load them in at a certain point as you go. But it's pretty much drop in, drop out, which is an important factor for an open world looter shooter. You want to be able to get back up whenever you need it and just call somebody, hey, come help me out with this real quick. And then you're good to go. I love that. But you can go into private and not play with anybody. You can do squad only, or you can just open it up to the public, which is a really good feature in my opinion. And that's something that's standard. So just making sure you know that it exists, right? Super cool. So now each of these episodes, these missions, the way this game works, it has a chapter and you can select the chapter. I don't feel like I'm under NDA for this because they said we can talk about our experience. So you pick a chapter, and let's say it's like a Batman situation that you're like in the fighting Batman or something, or Superman. You want to replay that, you can at any point. There's leaderboards for that, and there's actually get rewards for that as well. So that is crazy. So you have to be able to, at the end of the episode, you're going to be able to get rewards if you're on the top of the leaderboards. Apologies, I kind of said that backwards. So making sure you stay up there. Plus, you're going to be able to see that anytime, kind of have bragging rights that you're on the best in the world. And then a new episode will spark new leaderboards. So it's pretty cool stuff, in my opinion. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then they kind of confirmed what my theory, which is 4 seasons coming this year. So every 3 months, there'll be one. I said that on my last video, but I wasn't sure because they didn't confirm that. I was just guessing, given how usually season passes work. And the first one, of course, has you going to the new Elseworld, and it's going to be themed with the Joker. That's the first literal episode for season 1 that happens sometime in March, is what they've said so far. And so there's going to be 2 episodes in each of them, and they last about 6 weeks. It's pretty cool. Of course, it's always themed with the villains, so that's sick in my opinion. I mean, those are some of the key information. Brainiac has all these Elseworlds where you're going to be able to access and fight off his, you know, entourage. They say it's mayhem in there and it's wild. So I love that. I think it's going to be a fun time to kind of get into what it has to offer. Right? And yeah, so I talked about the battle pass. I talked about how cosmetics, you know, there's so many good things in there. I love it. I'm really excited. We talked about a little bit about how the difficulty and things like that, but I wanted to talk about something that's probably one of the most important for most players that are not hardcore like myself, right? And so it's about the loot. It's about the gear. You have to grind your gear, right? And it's a lot of work for some people. They don't have the time, so they like, I can't max out. I like the gear I have right now. Some people don't want to let go of their gear, and I get it. And so in this game, something that you find early, you can use throughout the whole game, is what one of the devs was explaining. They did go into deeper detail, and they explained that, yeah, that gear might not have the stats that you want. They call them augments, but it's called stats basically. You know, every studio has a different name for them, but the stats are pretty basic stuff, right? You want to be able to change that. Guess what? You have a lot of different utility, and I made a video talking about all your support team in there, every single character, whether it's Poison Ivy, Penguin, all of them will allow you to create enhancements to your playstyle, whether it's re-rolling, whether it's modifying. You know, there's a lot of different elements, and so make sure you take the time to look into that, and that's going to help you progress. And we'll have videos with guides on this stuff, guys. I just wanted you to know the feature is there and it exists, and it's going to help you big time. And so it's super good. There's simple stuff too, like the firearm they mentioned. You can upgrade that and be able to get through the story and do some good things with it as well. All right. But yeah, so that's kind of the general breakdown on most of this information. I'm going to kind of give a little extra of my thoughts and my opinions, and some extra context to some of this stuff. For anybody that's watching this for the first time, I didn't see my other videos about the season pass and all this stuff. This is a looter shooter. First of all, you went through the whole video, and I should have said this at the beginning, but we're going to add it. It's a looter shooter, and looter shooters tend to have a lot of that stuff that we just explained, plus more. And this game has a great seasonal content. Just call it seasonal content, free seasonal content. On top of that, you have great features that a lot of other video games don't have right now, and it would be so cool if they did steal away some of these great ideas and bring them to their games. So really lock in for this is what I got to say. And I mean, the devs did a great job with their presentation. I really like what they're doing, and I'm going to add this to the end here, and it's more like talking to the devs about it. You guys tell me in the comments what you're thinking. If you're involved like I am and you like getting involved with your games, and you're in the Discords or the Reddits or whatever platform, you know, seeing what the developers are doing, what they're communicating with the community, they're giving out all the secrets, all the tips, on all the breakdowns on every detail that they possibly can before the game releases, is a helpful tool in my opinion. You know, the only thing last thing they need to do is just give me the game. Like, that's how I feel about it. And I've been playing a lot of other looter shooters in my lifetime and dealt with the developers, you know, firsthand. So I know what it's like. But the reason I bring that up is because they're doing an amazing job to be transparent. And even though the game hasn't released yet, a lot of people will give the negative connotation, oh, they're just doing it for marketing, which can be true. There's studios who will be active before the game releases, and then once the game's out, they don't really communicate no more. It's a sad thing, but I don't think that's going to be the case for this game. I feel like the developers are very passionate, and you know, we got to commend them for that, and we got to show love and support. All right, a lot of times there's some negative people out there, they're just doing it for the kicks to be negative, and it's up to you, the people who actually care about their game, to always express it to the developers and express things to them. You don't have to be nice. Just so you know, developers are not looking for a pat in the back all day. They want to know what's broken. They want to know what the heck's wrong with the game. It's our job to talk about the bad things and say, you know what, we need to fix this. This is terrible. And the devs will fix it because it's their job. And, you know, a lot of them care about their community and care about their product, their game. You know, it's not always about the money. It's about the pride of creating something amazing. And so take the time, give feedback, whether it's on one of my videos, for example, when you play the game, if you're playing this and watching my video, guess what? If you don't like something, leave it in the comment. I'm not a dev, but hopefully a developer watches. And if they do watch, I just want to thank them for the hard work, and I hope they continue it because it can make this game great. I'll say this, and I really didn't want to have to say this. I have another video that I've been wanting to record. It's just basically a few sentences. Like, I play so many looter shooters, and this game has done some things that I only dreamed my favorite looter shooters did. And it's wild to think that it's in a DC universe game where I'm a freaking shark smashing things, and they found a way to put great features and amazing things in there, and then also engage with the community the right way and keep, you know, that flow. Hopefully they can keep it. If they don't, then the game will suffer and we'll just ignore it and move on, because there's enough great games out there. But absolutely love it, and I think you guys should be grateful for that as well. And hopefully the game isn't broken. There's no bugs when we start playing. We can co-op with friends, all of that functioning stuff that's necessary. Hopefully it's working, and then we'll be good to go. Other than that, man, that was a long video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I try to give you the in-depth breakdown, a lot of the details. Go check out the link and see it for yourself. And if you want more guides, tips, and tricks right here, go ahead and sub, and you're gonna end up appreciating yourself a lot more when you got all the goods right here. See you on the next one. Peace.